Good evening, I'm John Carter and welcome to Poland Daily Business. This year's cereal harvest is likely to be smaller than in 2017. According to Główny Urząd Statystyczny, 24 million tonnes of cereals are expected to be harvested, 14% less than last year. There will also be an 8% decrease in root vegetables this season. Meanwhile, a record amount of fruit will be collected, with 4.2 million tonnes, over 50% more than last year. GUS said the overall expected decrease in plant production was due to unusually high temperatures and low rainfall in May and June. The first Polish-Finnish commercial observation satellite will be launched into orbit this year. Work on the satellite lasted 3 years. The ICEYE X2 will weigh some 85 kilos and will be part of a network of 18 satellites around the Earth. It will be equipped with an SAR radar created by the Polish-Finnish company ICEYE, which will allow observation of the Earth's surface in all weather conditions. Polish sector company Creotech Instruments also played an important role constructing selected components for the satellite. Unemployment in Poland dropped to 3.7% in June, well below the EU average of 6.9%. Only the Czech Republic, Germany and Hungary had a lower rate than Poland. According to Eurostat, in June 2017, unemployment in Poland was 4.8%, whilst the EU as a whole averaged 7.7%. This was the EU's best figure since December 2008. Thank you very much for joining me here at Poland Daily Business. And now it's over to Alexander Wierzchowski.
Poland Daily Business Edition. Tonight our guest is Olaf Wojak of Adam Smith Center here in Warsaw. Sir, welcome to our show.
Good evening.
Well, electromobility, electric cars is a sexy topic. We talk about that a lot. We talk a lot about companies that succeed in the market. We talk about those who have troubles. And now there is one that failed in Paris and failed despite a beautiful, futuristic beginning. That company is called Autolib. Was operating in France until a few months ago.
This is a very, very interesting matter because it was a company that was innovative, and they had an idea to build their own electric cars.
7 years ago.
So we have to remember that France is a country that already has large industry, car industry. So they have the knowledge of building cars. They haven't used that knowledge, unfortunately. They built the cars in Italy, so it was one first mistake. But then they built their own car, which unfortunately wasn't as good as it's supposed to be, but they built it. And then they made an idea of car sharing. So they rent the car, but unfortunately, in a different idea that we already know right now working on Polish market. So they rented the car from bases which you had to go to rent a car. And
so first of all, you had to spend an hour riding with traffic to the base?
Well, there were a lot of bases, so it wasn't an hour, but it was about half an hour, which whenever you could get to the car, then you had to spend some time to rent the car. So it was already an administration, a bureaucracy matter. And then you borrowed the car, you went when you wanted to go, and then you had to give the car back to another base. So you spent another half an hour of giving the car back. And this was the biggest errors made in the system.
So there were no customers for this?
Well, there were customers, but the cars were getting dirty, getting broken. So the cars were really getting much worse than they were on the beginning. They didn't have money to repair the cars. So you had an idea of borrowing a car that was already really filthy, and then and spending a lot of time on it. So they it couldn't work on the market. And they made few errors. It was a great idea, but the first error, producing the cars outside of their own market, which they already had possibilities of producing a good car.
They had not buying the car that is on the market, because that would put you out of trouble, because the car is covered with warranty and you just go to producers.
Maybe it would be more expensive on site with the car, but then they would have the guarantee. They wouldn't trouble with all the problems that they had with the car.
CapEx will be lower because you're renting the cars. You are not building them by yourself.
Exactly. Well, they had an idea of selling the cars, but whenever they saw that the cars are really not as good as they saw, that then they stopped the idea. So they they lost money, a lot of money. It was a few hundred million euros. So this is a big warning sign for Polish government, which has the same idea of building their own electric car. And we have to remember that there are so many big companies that are already trying to build an electric car. There is a successful Tesla, and there are lots of other companies that are follow-ups that are building cars too. And really, we can use their own knowledge. We can work with them on building a car. It can be a Polish car. It can be produced in Poland. But let's use the knowledge that is already on the market. Let's not try to build our own idea.
Reinvent the wheel, because you will be late. The other wheels and you will go past you.
Exactly. And this is a big warning sign not to do this, to try to do it a different way that the French did it. So we should try to use the technology. We should try to be competitive, but working with other sides which are right now competing.
Tell us a few words about possible Tesla factory in Poland. The idea is gone. Germany won the bid.
Not really. Since Germany made few strange signs to Tesla. They punished Tesla drivers of buying Tesla cars in Germany. They want the money that they got for electric car from the government. They want the money back, since these are not German cars. So I think there is still an open window to negotiate with Tesla, but Polish side should be open to find a good negotiator
everything is there.
Sit on the table.
We have no national car industry per se. We have huge industry that produces parts.
We have smart people, which is very important for Tesla.
It's really no problem for which
hardworking smart people.
We are very well connected. We have lower cost, bigger incentive in being innovative and productive.
Right now, just a matter of good negotiations and to sit on the table and talk about the possibilities. But we have to make this big company confident about what's going on in Poland, that we are a better market than Germany is, which we have to understand that Germany's business is to sell Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche and BMW cars, not Tesla.
Okay, well, Elon, if you happen to watch this show, and I know you do, Olaf Wojak is right. You can call him and discuss the matter further.
I will send you my phone number.
No problem. That was it for tonight's Poland Daily Business.
Welcome you in Poland.